For those of you scared of 2021, this is for you. Congratulations. If you're watching this video, you've overcome what seemingly felt like the most calamitous year in world history. You're probably also curious or anxious as to what 2021 has to offer next. And let me tell you, it can be a scary thought, okay? Depending on how we govern our minds and how we manage our fears in order to channel it into something more positive or productive. But now let's keep it a buck. Historically speaking, the world has gone through far worse. Okay? Am I right? Let's be honest. The Spanish Inquisition, the bubonic plague, the Great Wars, slavery, genocide, famine. The world has had so many shitty periods throughout its existence. Sometimes it's hard to believe that we don't have it the worst. Even to this day, there are countries and cities that are completely ravaged by carnage, be that disease, war, poverty, genocide, famine. Every fucking year is 2020 for some of these people. But where does that place us? Does this delegitimize what we've had to endure during the past year? Of course not. What we've experienced during the past year, we've experienced collectively as a world, as humanity. If there was anything that was able to unite us as humanity and relinquish any sort of absurd nationalistic hubris, it was this disease, okay? This disease discriminates against no one. We are all vulnerable to it. And of course, we are all subject to or liable to its socioeconomic impact that it has on our society. How exactly we are impacted is contingent upon our own socioeconomic status. Are we able to work? Are we still employed? Are we a struggling small business? Do we have the luxury of working from home? Can we pay rent? Can we pay the mortgage? Food? There's so many factors that are at play here. These factors determined how we managed our lives in 2020 and will continue to determine how we manage our lives in 2021. And this fear of uncertainty is so crippling. We are all susceptible to its effect on our psyche. Are things going to get better for us? Or depending on your optimistic/pessimistic lean, are things going to get worse? The root of our fear here is uncertainty or the unknown. The prospect of not knowing whether something good or bad is going to happen to us can produce a lot of fear and anxiety. But that's the thing though, there's nothing new here. If I had $1 for every time I said there's nothing new in any of my videos, I'd be a fucking millionaire. That's the truth though. No one really knows what's in store for us tomorrow. No one ever really knows ever. The future is and will always be shrouded by mystery and uncertainty. And trust me, as someone that copes with severe anxiety, there is nothing worse than uncertainty and not knowing. It's what we do to manage that fear in order to focus on the moment or focus on today, so that whatever the future brings our way, we'll be sound and ready for it. Remember, worrying only makes things worse. Also, there's a difference between worrying and taking precaution. Don't twist my words and use me as a scapegoat to parade around malls and grocery stores without a mask. You can't live your life in fear. Yeah, no shit, but you can't live your life being voluntarily mentally incapacitated either. Each day we are given is a privilege and grants us different opportunities to deal with today in order to better prepare for tomorrow. I often like to visualize positive outcomes and channel that energy into something more creative and productive, whether that be finding work or creating a business plan or learning a new skill or building upon a new skill or even getting help. Okay? We often forget that seeking help is also productive, and there is never ever any shame in doing so. Which is why it sucks sometimes when the government fails to adequately provide ample amounts of help to its people that the people deserve. But we'll continue to call them out on their shit. Lord knows I will. But the one thing the government can never give you, or anyone for that matter, is courage. Nor can anyone ever take that away from you. If you're at your lowest point, fight. Don't ever give in to defeat. Do what you can with what you have, regardless of the odds. There is still so much we have to go through in 2021, okay? An ongoing pandemic, economic hardship, political unrest, systematic injustices, racism, homophobia, transphobia, sexism. There is so much on our goddamn plate right now, it's ridiculous. But we cannot let fear prevail. We cannot under any circumstance let that happen. We cannot under any circumstance let that be even a viable option. Easier said than done? Yeah, of course. I mean, no one said it's easy. I mean, that's the age-old idiom or quote or tale, whatever. But it's that very courage that gives us the strength to triumph and conquer anything. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. And I look forward to this new year, to new endeavors, and to just, I don't know, to fear. Peace and nothing but love.